I don't care if you don't say she name right. Stokes. If you smash that like button. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your interim host, the oldest nerd in the world. And on my left and my right, Punch.
The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.
Hmm. Is that an actual quote?
It's a quote. I doubt anybody would know what it's from at this point. You have to be a pretty old gamer. Well, not pretty old, but
Huh.
old enough.
Okay. Okay. Welcome back. It looks like we're two men in again, but guess not. We're gonna have someone's creeping up in our DMs. Hopefully in the next 20 minutes. So we're gonna start with two, then there will be three. But we're gonna start with our normal stuff. I guess we got some statistics for the week.
We
We
do.
got
Listener of the week would be Terry. What's going on, Terry? Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. And we're a little bit late, and there's usually a lot more intros, so nobody's in the chat just quite yet. But once you come in, say something, I'll give you a shout out.
yeah. Is Terry a new listener or a repeat or like a returning listener?
Repeat. I see their name every now
Oh,
and again.
okay. Hey, right
I,
on.
I can only see you listening by your username if you're on SoundCloud. I can't see your username on any other platform. So
So the other platforms they tell us we have new listeners, I guess, right? Like new subscribers, listeners, all that
no,
jazz.
it just says because I go through the stats on SoundCloud. I'm sure if I signed into
Hmm.
like some other thing, I might be able to see better, like on iTunes or something. But I don't like using iTunes, so
Hmm.
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But
Yeah,
if
I
but if
know.
you're listening to iTunes, tell a friend.
There you go. Send us in their DMs. Be like, hey, listen to these crazy old black dudes. They're kind of weird, but they're awesome because we are.
Definitely.
I will do some. We have some an RP this week.
Do you?
I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, okay, this one happened today. I found out today about this one. This is Gary Graham. We're gonna pour out some old English for the man. He's an actor best known for his roles in the Alien Nation TV series. You got to be kind of a little older to
Yeah.
kind of know what that is. I'm pretty sure it's streaming somewhere. It's probably free on YouTube by now. But he was also in Star Trek Enterprise, so I know a lot of new schoolers. A lot of people know about this show, especially if you're a Trekkie or I'm sorry, a Trekker. If you're older than 50, you're a Trekkie. If you're under 49, I guess you're a Trek. Wait,
That
no,
that's
other
really
way
a thing.
around. Yeah, apparently, like old school Star Trek followers, they prefer Trekkie, and if you're like from the Next Generation era, you're a Trekker.
What if I just
There
like
you go.
what if I just like Star Trek?
If
No,
you
I'm
then you
just
don't like Star Trek.
I'm just I love Star Trek.
Yeah, I'm like, is there, you're a normie
Yeah.
or a noob? One of the two. If you're really into it, if you're really into a Star Trek, then you're a patah.
All right.
uh, back to Gary Graham. Back in the 70s, the mid to late 70s, he was in stuff like he had small roles, like usually a one off, but he was in stuff like Starsky and Hutch, Eight is Enough, and he was in the Incredible Hulk back in the day. In the 80s, that's when he got cast in the TV series Alien Nation. I guess this is what confused me back in the day. So Alien Nation was only one season. However, there were count the five TV movies after the show was canceled. So this is what freaked me out. So after the show was canceled, he reprised his role as Detective Matthew Sykes in all five movies. And then in 2001, he got cast in Star Trek Enterprise in the recurring role as the Vulcan Ambassador Silva, even though he had played a guest in the 90s on Star Trek Voyager. He had passed away at the age of 73. No cause of death has been disclosed as of yet because he passed away today. So there you
All right. First in the chat would be Killer Frost. What's going on? I believe that's Hobby, right?
go. Yeah, that's B-Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. In the first in the chat. There we go. Usually it's the other two, but he's the first one today. That's good.
Yep.
He beat out everybody else. Usually
Yep.
Warrior Fella is the second one.
There we go.
Oh shit.
Prodigy has entered
Damn.
the fight room. I don't know.
A new challenger has
Yeah.
entered the ring.
Can you guys hear me all right? I can
Yes.
hear you guys
Yeah.
fine. How you be?
Yeah.
Go
I'm
ahead.
pretty
Go
sure
ahead.
those of you
I
who
jumped
are,
in, but go ahead.
yeah, those of you who are probably listening via audio, you probably heard the intro. You're like, what was that? Oh, someone entered. Yeah. Probably just entered the chat. There you go. So we just did our intros. We're about to start it in. You
Oh,
just
okay.
just
Shit,
in
okay,
time.
good. I thought I was super late. Go ahead.
No, you're
No,
good.
we just did our intro and everything. We literally did our IPs and stats and stuff and first in the chat, and now we about to go in.
All right. What we're going into first?
First of all, I have a question for both of you, and probably the community as a whole, especially for you, B-boy, because I see you in the chat. Can someone explain to me what Palworld is? Because everyone's talking about this. Someone please tell me what the fuck this is.
So
Why is this so popular? Why is this making? It's already made a fucking shit ton of money, even though it's partially free, I guess. Yeah. Someone explain this shit to me.
So Palworld is basically the world's greatest ripoff of Pokemon. I have no idea how they're getting away with it because it's basically Pokemon with guns and shit. So I watched some gameplay of it and I saw like some reviews, and basically you're like a Pokemon trainer where you can beat down and kill Pokemon or capture them to use them. And if you're hungry, you can kill them and eat them, like butcher them and eat them. You can pick them up and use them as weapons. And you're up against like other trainers as well that you can fight. I believe it's like a PvPvE game. So it's like a really big open world, and you could even ride those. I'm calling it Pokemon. I'm pretty sure they're called pals though. You can ride your pals around, but they are very, very close to Pokemon. Like I have no idea how they weren't sued in development.
Oh, but I just saw something literally 20 minutes ago saying that the Pokemon Company is already pursuing legal action.
So I literally saw about 30 minutes ago the opposite of the reverse. Like they knew that this was going on, but so far Nintendo is not doing nothing. They just like commented like, "Hey, they don't under no one apparently understands how they got away with this." But apparently, I haven't seen Nintendo say shit about legal action.
I mean, it could have been some fake shit. I don't know. I'm not saying that it's confirmed, but there was something I just read. I was half-ass reading it, talking about it, but I mean, it help me understand the free to play. This is on Game Pass. This is on PC. What the fuck is it on?
It's on Steam, and I believe it's on Game Pass as well. But there's like on Game Pass and like another Xbox related service. It's a previous build.
PC. Yeah, there's Game Pass and there's PC Game Pass.
Yeah.
So so I guess the PC one and the Xbox one and the one on Steam are different versions, even though it's like the Xbox one's definitely like the first or second build.
Yeah,
I think the PC and the Steam one are like similar builds.
The Steam one is the one to get. That's the one that's the most current and the one that has the least amount of bugs so far. So apparently the ones that are external to Steam are the ones that are having some more technical issues, but I mean they're still playable. It's just they have more crashes and bugs and stuff.
In terms of this title, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see what you're looking at. So
and you can build bases too, and like so it's kind of like Fortnite too. It's like really, yeah. It's like they just like do a bunch of shit in like one game.
Is it all one big map too?
Yeah, it looks like a really big open world game.
Yeah, so here's the thing: the Pokemon Company, have not commented on Palworld, and neither is Nintendo. However, someone made a mod to the game where you can make the main character turn into Ash, and so with that, the Pokemon Company issued a DMCA to take down the user-made mod, but not the game itself.
Okay.
So,
I mean, here's the thing. It's not like my beloved franchise per se. I haven't played a Pokemon in years, but obviously a ginormous fucking franchise. Everybody knows Pokemon. So if it's too similar, I could see multiple lawsuits. But who makes this game?
Yeah, let me be clear. It's not free. It costs like $25. So
Okay.
at least on Steam it does. So,
Okay.
Yeah. I knew, yeah, but on Game Pass, so the one on Game Pass is not the full game. It's a game preview, so it's like an early build of the game, even though it's free on there if you have PC and Xbox. But if it's on Steam, you get the full like release version, I guess.
well, it's
Well,
still
remember-
it's still early. It's not even. It's an early release, early access game, so it's not even like the full game yet.
Oh, it's not even the
Yeah.
full game.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit!
And
But-
the developer is called Pocket Repair or Pocket Pair is the name of
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But remember, like, what was it, 2016, when the Battle Royale version of Fortnite, that was an early access, at least that's what it was listed as, for like 7 fucking years. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's still on there. You know what I mean?
No,
Remember?
they actually left the beta stage, I think, in 2020, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
but
2021.
it was like years, like half a decade. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like it was a few years for sure. And it's funny because their beta kept getting updates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and changing the shit. So when they did I think when they did their first season, that's when, and that was like 2020, 2021. That was
Yeah.
probably when they went like full release or whatever.
I'm trying to see like the concurrent users. I forgot how to do it on Steam, but I know that like the servers were like maxed out for a while.
Yeah, so I've heard like that's really kind of got like instance because I saw it was 5 million concurrent at launch, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? And I was like, what the fuck? And there's like more and more people are talking about it. More and more people are on about it now. I'm seeing more people on my list playing the preview version. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
with
sorry.
this
So yeah, it's the #1 game right now on
fucking-
on Steam, and it's right now. It has just right now. There's more than 1 million players playing it right now, and that's like
God
it's
damn.
it's more than double the #2 game, which is Counter-Strike 2.
Is it
Oh.
is it third person, first person, or you can switch back and forth?
It's third person.
Yeah,
Okay.
from what I've seen, it's third person, and all I've seen is like these dudes making these anime style girls as the trainers, and like running around and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But I've seen tanks. I've seen them
Oh.
getting tanks and fucking blow shit up, and I was like, what the fuck? I have not seen like airplanes or like anything like that. Not.
Oh.
I think I saw a Zeppelin.
I
I don't know
forgot,
if that was.
I forgot to talk about this. So you can make your pals, your Pokemon, into slaves to make them do shit for you. Yeah, I totally. Killer Frost just brought it up in the chat. I totally forgot to to bring that up. So basically, you can make them into slaves to like do shit like around your base. So they have to like farm for you and like build shit for you and like do all this other stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty wild game.
I'm gonna have to like at least watch some Twitch shit of this because
Yeah.
I mean, if you got horny weebs making anime girls, that right there is $1 billion game, you know, in and of itself.
Yeah, I mean that's all I've seen. They make them and they're running around. So the way that they kind of look, I don't. Probably Cronus has seen this. You've seen Splatoon, so they look like Splatoon characters.
No,
they look
I
like
mean-
the girls from Splatoon, kind of.
Nah, they look like kind of like Pokemon or maybe Genshin. No, not even Genshin Impact, but
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get. Yeah, maybe a cross between the two.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's kind of
Genshin
it's
is-
so kind of weird.
Genshin, I don't play it, but Genshin is wildly successful. Like, it's a
Yeah.
phenomenon in and of itself from an MMO standpoint.
I mean,
But it's just
looks
weird.
Like, it looks
So
like a
to
Pokemon
me,
game.
Mhm.
yeah, what? Yeah,
It's like a Pokemon
Well,
game.
so the thing is, just like even though your pals or your fake Pokemon, they do stuff for you, but it's just like in Monster Hunter when you have your cats and they do trail riding or trail runs for you, and they upkeep your apartment or whatever your living space is. They maintain it for you, and they do stuff for you. I mean, there's a lot of games that do that kind
Well,
of shit. I don't
no,
know
so
why
you,
people.
you basically you have them like on a plantation, like you have a bunch of them working. Like I'm not, and I think you can do it to people, humans too. That's what Killer Frost is saying. I didn't see that part, but yeah, you can make people basically into servitude working for you.
God damn.
Yeah,
That's wild, dude. But everyone's talking about this fucking game. Everyone's like, I haven't watched any streaming. I feel like I should, but I've seen like gameplay, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I saw one of them jump into a fucking tank, and I was like blown away. I was like, what?
I
You
didn't
get
see
a
a
tank?
tank. Yeah, I didn't see a tank. But
I saw a tank.
I know they have
someone had a
guns.
tank.
Yeah, I mean I know you have guns.
Guns,
so-
but someone had a tank. I was like, where'd this fucking tank come from? Like, what the fuck? And they're blowing shit up. was
Well,
like, what the fuck?
I gotta give props to the timing too. I mean, obviously we're in the new fucking year. There hasn't been a really big release in January, to my knowledge. So, you know, it's kind of a sweet spot in terms of timing. Everybody got their gift cards and whatever.
Wow, so this is actually it's almost record breaking this game. So I'm looking at the top records for peak players. PUBG is the peak player of all time on Steam with like 3.2 million, and Palworld is like not far behind, but it's at 2 million.
Nice. Okay.
That's wild. I guess the big release so far was the Prince of Persia game people were talking about, but Palworld is easily eclipsed this by
Yeah.
like a lot.
Wait, what game?
Like the Prince of Persia game, the one
Uh,
that literally just came out. The
okay, yeah,
Prince
yeah,
of
I know what you're talking
Persia.
about. Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard it's really good. I
yeah,
want to play it.
yeah. I heard it's good, but even though it's like a weird like side scroller, and then it turns into isometric 3D for a second, but I mean, it's good, but Power World is what everyone's talking about right now. Like, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I know what this was. No, it's been everywhere, everywhere. I like can't escape without someone talking about it. I see people, my friends, just playing it. I'm like, what the fuck? Another friend of mine, he's like, dude, we should get it just because it's on Game Pass. He's like, we should get it just to try it. We can fucking blow people up with our Pokemon and shit. I'm like, I guess.
Try it out.
Yeah, I mean, why not try it out? Even though I know it's an earlier build, but it's still got people playing. So
The curiosity alone, obviously everybody knows the Pokemon franchise, and people like PvP and PvE at the same time on a cool map. I mean, yeah, it sounds like everybody else is going to be trying to get up on this. So there is no mobile version, is that correct? It's just PC and Steam,
So it's on Steam,
or
but
PC and Xbox?
I saw that you can technically play it on my Steam Deck. So it says that it'll work.
Okay.
yeah, I have no idea. No idea. I don't even know what the fuck. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe it works, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the more current build for the both the Game Passes, and then probably move on to PS4 and 5, and then probably to the Switch, both Switches, because I guess we're getting the Switch this year.
Oh, so have they revealed the new Switch or no?
No, there hasn't been a full reveal. Just like I guess there's a release window
Or later on this year.
time
Yeah.
frame. Yeah,
I mean,
like around summer.
No, not summer. It'll be September.
I was going to
November.
say, yeah, I was going to say
Oh.
every single console I've ever known has always come out for Black Friday kind of time. You know, that's the sweet spot.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I think the reveal might be like
Yeah,
June.
That would line up.
Yeah, I think the reveal will be June, and the release will be like in the fall.
I mean, honestly, I have a lot of hope for the Switch too, because there's a lot of all these handhelds that are coming out for the PC or for in Steam. You know, with after the Steam Deck came out, like a whole bunch of I'm not gonna call them Steam Deck clones, but a lot of like PC handhelds came out, and because of that, there's a whole bunch of new hardware that is available for Nintendo to use. Like there's a whole bunch of new chipsets that are gonna be great for gaming, and a whole bunch of new technology that are also being released. So I have really high hopes that the next Switch is going to be at least PS4, Xbox, level performance, at least, if not more. But I hope that they make it at a higher price point at this point, because honestly, I'd pay more money for a higher quality Switch. So you give me like a PS5, level of, or at least near that, of fidelity for the Switch, I'll give you $600, like easily. So,
and we don't even have a name yet, though, right? I know we're just calling it the 2.
Yeah, it's called Switch 2.
Yeah, I guess unofficially it's Switch 2. Probably will be the Switch 2. Maybe when that release, I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, yeah, it could be Super Switch. Who knows?
Well, it's going to be interesting because, like, every past generation, except for like the Wii U, kind of. But every other generation of Nintendo consoles has been like drastically different from the last one. So, we'll see where they go with this one. Hopefully, they keep a similar form factor. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, wait and see. But the one that was still confusing as ever loving fuck to me was the PlayStation Portable. What is this bullshit?
I want to get it.
Shit?
I still want to get it.
What is it?
It's sold out. So basically, it's a handheld, but you have to stream. You can only stream games from your PS5, and that's it. And the weird thing is that you can't use PSN now, which would seem like a perfect fit, but you can't. You can only play PS5 games on your Switch I'm sorry, on your Portal. It has to be basically while your PS5 is on, but you can turn it on remotely and like stream games through it and stuff like that. So, but apparently the screen's really good. The speakers are decent. The only thing that's like really weird about it, besides the streaming thing, but apparently that works pretty well, is that there's no Bluetooth enabled. Like you have to buy like these weird new Sony headphones for it. Like you can't even use the Pulse headphones. You have to use a different, like a new one. But it does have the 3.5 millimeter jack, so you can use things that way.
I'm gonna say this. The Pulse headphones for the PS5 fucking revolutionized gaming for me.
So yeah, they're
So
amazing.
if it's a step backwards from that, I'm gonna be fucking disappointed.
No, it's not a step back. They're still quality headphones. You just got to buy new ones. You know.
But they do this whole surround 3-dimensional,
Yeah.
all that. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see.
Okay.
Let me pull up a thing, but I gotta see what's compatible with. But I know there's like the earbuds, and then there's like the actual headset. It has like a microphone on it too. What?
Is there? I fucking love those. I even like it for. I mean, actually, there's no game that I don't like playing with those on. You know.
Yeah, it's weird for me to put it on because I mean, I can do it during the daytime, but you can't like hear anything outside, like when you're gaming. So you have to like
True.
really be committed to doing that. Yeah, so it's the Pulse Explore earbuds and the Pulse Elite headset. Those are the only two
Okay.
things that are compatible wirelessly for the Portal so far.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I want to see more. Obviously, the PS5 had some videos on it. I just haven't like taken the time to fucking look it up or whatever. But have you already gotten one? Because you usually get almost all portable shit.
No, I missed it. I was worried about making sure I made my mortgage payments. That was more important when it dropped. So now I'm good with that, and now I can't get one. Like they're sold out. They dropped another batch in mid-January. Tried to pick it up. Nope, it's basically the PS5 all over again.
Goddamn.
Yeah, and people were just like, I don't get it. It's like I kind of didn't get it at first, but then when I saw somebody using it, I was like, oh, this is dope. And then you can. But the thing that was make or break it for me is can I use my hotspot on my cell phone and use the Portal? And yes, you can.
Yeah, I saw some shit. I couldn't verify if it was factual or not, but like it worked really well on a commercial airplane.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, we just got to have the Wi-Fi on the airplane. That's all.
Yeah, but you know how some Wi-Fi is just like so shit tier. It's not even worth it. You know what I mean? I've seen that bullshit, but if it works, it works. I can't wait to like actually know somebody who has it, so I can ask questions and hopefully like verify. But
I mean, once it drops again, I'll pick it up and let you know. Because the use case for me is just if I'm downstairs and not upstairs, I can play it in there. And then also when I was in like all my previous properties, is that the Infinity Base and my PS5 were usually in a separate building, and so it'd be nice to be able to play it in the house.
Good shit. Are you still working your way through your 5011th playthrough of Valhalla, or what are you doing?
So I stopped playing that, and I picked up. I started playing Nobody Saves the World, which is a really great game. So it's by the makers of Guacamelee.
Oh yeah.
If you ever played that, so it's a pretty cool, like kind of 3/4 top-down action game where you get this magic wand, and you get to turn into like these different characters throughout the game, and they all have different like capabilities. Like you first start out, you can turn into like a rat, and the rat can just like nibble on things, and then you can do like this consume where you can like kind of eat them and get your life back. Then you become like a slug, where like you leave like a slime trail and it slows everything down. You can cry like machine gun tears on them, like kill them. So it's like really random shit that you can be. Like you can be like a ghost and like a bodybuilder that throws like a what do you call it, like a barbell at people. So yeah, it's actually really fun. It's free on PlayStation Plus. It's a fun game.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn. All right. I might have to check. What was the name again? One more time.
Nobody Saves the World.
Okay.
Oh, it looks like So PlayStation Portal is going to be restocking in February, early February. So I'll look again in February.
That's right around the fucking corner.
Yeah, everywhere else, like it's already like this is how you know it's a hit is when it's selling for way over asking price on eBay and Amazon and all those other resellers. So yeah, I mean selling for like $250, $500, $300, some of them more than that. So
All right. Well, then that sounds popular. I know me and you, Old Ninja, have not gotten a chance to play zombies of late, but are you playing anything else?
I've been playing zombies. What are you talking
Just
about?
zombies.
I went back to because I've been going hard. So a friend of mine, actually, you know, a friend of mine that we a mutually gamer with us, and then B Boy, we've been going pretty hard on zombies. So we actually rotate players in, and we've been trying to do the latest villain, the big red worm, which you have to do at the end of the the end of a match, which you have to wait like 40 minutes. Actually, you don't wait. You got to do stuff to trigger it at
Yeah.
the end of the 40-minute countdown. Then you have 15 minutes to try to kill it, and it's like it's super weird because it's really tough unless you have like more than I would say to be safe more than 4 people, and that's pushing it. You need at least 6 people to kill that thing. At least 6. Even though
Yep.
I've done it with 5. We did it with 5. I did it twice last night. Well, both the first time we had 6 people, the second time I had 5. And we were barely made it with 5 people. So really good fucking loot. Really good fucking shit. Everyone's like bargaining and trading shit when you get your loot. Like a lot of high end stuff and really hard to get kind of shit. People are like, trying to auction, not auction, but like barter for different stuff. Because I guess not everybody gets it. Yes, not everyone gets the same loot. It depends on how many times you've killed it and what you're missing. So you can like barter for shit that you want. So it's been pretty interesting. Also, I went back to Monster Hunter World because I have a second character that I started way back when we were going pretty heavy, and I went back and I just finished Iceborne like a couple days ago. So I'm in the Iceborne end game sort of. I just unlocked the Guiding Lands, which if you know the game, that's like the end game where you get to really high end stuff and really tough fucking monsters. So I just started that with the second character. I know Rise has been out. I tried playing Rise. It's not as fun unless you have a squad. Like I've been playing solo, so I'm like, this game's not. It just wasn't hitting. And then we've been talking in the chat recently. Once again, it's been brought up. What the best-selling game of 2023, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yep.
Despite what some of y'all might be thinking, everyone's been talking about it. I've seen people go back to the game.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing people playing the game now. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, after all that shit, people were talking like, oh, there's nothing to do. Like, I guess they started a new character, went back to the game.
Well,
So I'm like,
it's just nothing to do after you beat it, and that's like to me.
get it.
I mean, I made the same comment, but it's like that's how games used to be. Like you beat the game, you're done with it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. But I mean, it is pretty. I mean, they're the only two big kind of things. Even though I guess this is supposed to happen, I'm not sure how true it is. But depending on which house you pick, you get a house specific mission. It's not too big, but it's still like, it's still kind of fun to get a little extra, even though it's not really that
That's
extra.
in,
You
like-
don't get anything major.
no, that's in like the early on in the game. It's not at the end.
Yeah, but still, like it's still like a house specific game mission. And some people might go for that. Also, you can create a whole new character. You can play it differently, just like Mass Effect. Even though you don't get consequences for going all the way evil, you just get people side eyeing you. And you still go through and fuck shit up. It's great.
Did they ever drop any like major DLC for the Hogwarts?
No,
Zero
no.
DLC.
That's
Zero.
That was a bad part.
Wow.
They could have.
Yeah.
There was definitely. I think that was why it wasn't like a great. I mean, it's still a great game, but it wasn't like it could have been like 9s and 10s if they'd have had like DLC and like some end game content, stuff like that, new game plus, shit like that.
So I don't think it's still a 9 for me, but I don't think you don't need DLC to elevate your score. However, like New Game Plus would been good, and DLC would be, but any game content like stuff to keep it kind of going. I mean, you can literally search the map and like kill spiders, but that gets old very, very, very quickly. So, but that's kind of it. I mean, starting over with the new character, starting new design, and making your wizardly choices different. I mean, that can be fun for a lot of people. And there's a lot of shit to do. Like if you're going through the campaign, there's a shit ton of side missions if you do them all. But once you're done, that's it.
Yeah.
Like,
And again, I'm not a huge like Potter guy. I don't hate the franchise whatsoever, and I respect the fuck out of it. Actually, I've seen plenty of the movies. I haven't read the books. Um, I maybe I will dip my toe in, in terms of playing this, because I'm sure it's discounted now, probably like $20, $30, something like
I
that.
don't know.
It's
It should
probably
be pretty
30
cheap.
by now.
Like once you get I think you'll like it because once you get the curses and you just jack people with curses.
Oh yeah,
Have
fuck
fun.
people up.
Yeah.
It's fucked up because there's no consequence except for the disapproving of others.
Okay.
That's pretty much the only thing you get, but it's still pretty awesome. It's fucked up when you use the Cruciatus curse because they're like literally in pain and screaming, and they're still alive, but they're losing.
And to me, there's no way that this one isn't going. Maybe there will be no major DLC like there hasn't been already, but there's going to be multiple sequels. It sounds like.
Yeah, I think
obviously.
they're making a sequel.
Yeah, apparently the sequel's already been in development since like it dropped, like literally months after it dropped. Once the numbers came in, they're like, "Oh, sequel time."
Money time.
We probably won't see it until next year, but we'll probably see a trailer for it like later on this year.
God damn. Well, I guess maybe if you're using the same engine and
you use the same engine, the same models, you just add new missions and more terror and add like a new character or a couple new characters, and that you don't really need a whole lot. Maybe add like one new area. I mean, there's only so much you can, Hogwarts you can change or whatnot. I mean, it's not. I mean, really, to be honest, like all you got to do is change the year because the game goes through seasons, and you just advance it a little bit, and you just add new enemies, and you're good to go. Really, just use the same fucking map. Just add a new story, new enemies, add Quidditch and multiplayer.
No,
and boom, done.
I remember when it launched, I was asking you guys, "Hey, did they add Quidditch on there or whatever?" And you were like, "No." And I was like, "Why in the?" That would be the first thing I would do. I would be like, "Oh, the most popular thing from the Harry Potter franchise in terms of a sport that's competitive. Put that in the fucking game."
So we suspected that Quidditch was going to be DLC because it's like brought up in the story a lot. It's actually one of the side missions is a huge like plot point for that, where like people were protesting, like bring back Quidditch, like it's canceled for the year kind of shit, and it's pretty interesting.
Weren't there old school, and I might be fumbling this, like inventing it in my fucking head, like old school PS2 era games for Harry Potter tie-ins that had Quidditch in it?
There was like really shitty games.
Bad ones,
yeah.
I mean, there's a Quidditch game now, but I think it's mobile only. There's like one game. There's a Harry Potter game that's literally just Quidditch. I'm pretty sure it's a mobile game, but I'm not 100% sure. I've seen advertisements for it, but it can't be that good if nobody's talking about it.
So yeah, I mean they've had multiple. They even had ones for Harry Potter Lego games.
Yeah,
they're actually pretty good.
But yeah, you're right. There was a bunch of PS2 and PS1. Actually, yeah, PS1 and PS2 Harry Potter games, but they weren't great.
No.
Yeah, they're not that great. And what's funny to me is that along that vein is like back in the day, there's the Phantom Menace games, which were not very good. And apparently they double dipped and brought back the Phantom Menace Star Wars game for PS5, I guess. I think
really?
It's on I think it's like $15 or something. It remastered and like a bunch of bullshit. I think it's available now, but I'm like, why would they go back and do this? Like, what the fuck? I remember Xbox had their own. It's an exclusive Phantom Menace game is Star Wars Obi-Wan, where you're Obi-Wan and like doing training and shit and like doing adventures by yourself. It looked kind of okay-ish, but
so
that was wild times.
There are 20 Harry Potter games out.
Oh yeah.
And the one for Quidditch is not. It's called Quidditch Champions. It's still TBA. It's supposed to be.
It's not out. Okay.
But there was Quidditch in some of those shitty movie tie-ins too, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played. So I've seen people. I've watched people play. Like my old roommates, they had the Lego Harry Potter, and there's some crazy shit in there. There's been like crazy shit because it's 2 players. And I was like, what the fuck? They're like, oh, this is kind of hard. Like you can die easily. I'm like, oh shit, but you're a Lego though.
What I could see possibly happening, and probably will happen, given the popularity of fucking Hogwarts Legacy and probably the subsequent sequels, if they're using the same engine, maybe even 2025. I mean, this is even going to help the movie franchise like revive. You know what I mean? Because they're rebooting and doing a whole new bunch of prequel movies. I believe. I think they announced
So
that already.
no, so the prequels are the Fantastic Beast shit. Apparently, they're trying to reboot it into a TV series for Max.
Oh, wow. I thought there
So
was. I thought there was also additional non-Fantastic Beast movies that they had
I,
teased. For
I haven't heard about the movies, but the big thing which was got the franchise in uproar was the reboot of the entire franchise as a TV series,
oh
and
shit!
people were going off. They were like, "Oh, season one." They're saying like each book would be a season.
Fuck.
So
I mean,
that's 7 seasons, like out
what
the gate.
what's
So
amazing is, and it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but it was that long ago. And a lot of those, not a lot, but some of those actors, unfortunately, have obviously passed away. But I wonder, obviously, you can remake them or recast them and get some new ones. But yeah, it would be interesting to see who gets cast as Professor, what was it, Snape, right?
wait, I'm sorry, what? Did you say
Uh,
Pastor Snape?
yeah, whoever. I'm told you, I'm not the biggest
You
Potter.
Dude, how dare don't be disrespecting Alan Rickman. I'm just saying.
He was great. I liked him. I loved him and stuff. So,
Hmm.
especially loved him in Dogma. But yeah.
Oh yes, I love that fucking movie, and I loved him in fucking Die Hard.
Oh
Um,
yeah. That shit was great. That shit was great. Kronos, you are almost at the end of sobriety before the beering.
Sobriety until I destroy my liver. So I should probably see a doctor in the next week just to so I can give him like my good body before I go fuck it up
Yeah.
again. You know,
Tell us,
plus an
you
overdue.
you back on it. What's the happening? What's the schedule?
Well, so far I'm trying to drive up to the Bay Area on February 8th. That way I can get some rest in, do some. Am I gonna do jujitsu that day? No, I'll do jujitsu on Friday. Um, and I'm gonna stay overnight, and then I'll probably stay Friday night in the city, so in San Francisco proper, because it's the opening gala, and then I'll check out and probably stay in Hayward the rest of the time, and just take Bart around. But yeah, so I'll be there from like the 8th until maybe the 18th. That's kind of it's 10 days though. It's kind of long to be away from the family, so we'll see how I feel. But I'll be there for at least I'll say 7 days. So
Okay.
mm.
um, yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun.
And it was obviously shut down for most of those COVID years. Is this the first year back
I think
or
it had
second year?
it might be the second year back. I can't. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
they had
think
it
the
last
second
year.
year. So I remember some people went. I think last year, or the year before.
Yeah.
So this might be like full swing, like no holds barred
Well,
back.
the thing was they didn't have the opening gala last year,
Oh
so
yeah.
Mm.
that was one thing. I had a broken foot anyway, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, let me
Yeah.
see, 2024. Let me see the schedule. Cause usually have the schedule should be up by now. But yeah, so I'm doing the opening gala. I got like their premiere ticket. It costs like $300 goddamn dollars, but the premiere ticket you get in like super early, basically like 4 hours before general admission. And
Nice.
they have this Astro Lounge opened up, and I'll be able to get the Plenty of the Younger for sure. Hope without like a big long line. So I don't like lines. So if I can pay to
Mm.
bypass them, I'll do that.
There you go. Good shit, man. That'll be fucking fun. I'm glad it's back. You know what
And
I mean?
yeah, hopefully somebody will be able to join me. Hopefully, like so I think Stitch is going to come out during the same time for the opening gala.
Nice.
Yeah, I think she
So
said recently. I'm pretty sure Blue would be there at least either opening either. I think the gala or like the first official day, something like that. He said something like that.
yeah,
I will be there during the week for sure. Weekend might be a little tough. I might try to squeeze in maybe Friday, but we'll see. But definitely like during the week, I will definitely be there, probably all day, but for like 2 3
well,
days.
you know me, I'll be day drinking. So
I know I'll
Mhm.
be there. I'm definitely going to be there, but like I said, I'm trying to bring some of the people that we diversionized by going before, so they're definitely interested. But I guess they got some shit coming on, but they're willing to like take a day to come up. So I'm like, fuck.
Nice.
I already gave them the dates and stuff, so
it's worth it.
I told them we're gonna do like we did all day. We get up, I can take Bart up and make it work.
Yeah, I don't think people like they don't appreciate how cool it is just to get up at like 10 or 11 and just start drinking right then, and you just keep
Right
it
then
going.
and there.
Like, yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, just keep. Yeah. So don't get me wrong. We're eating on the way there too. If you're just thinking we're just getting there like college like style, like a frat party. No, we're traveling a little bit via Uber, and like we go to like really good. They have really good fucking food pairings set up with this shit.
Yeah.
They like
For real.
have these places like that say, hey, we're gonna have this special beer by this brewery, and we're gonna do this. Some of them have events like we did the fucking the competition, the Pac-Man competition.
Yeah,
That was fucking hella
that
fun.
was totally random.
That was fucking hella fun though. It had 4-player Pac-Man. I thought it was like like one-on-one Pac-Man, like the old school, but no, they had the new 4-player fucking Pac-Man where you get to eat each other up. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And she was fucking awesome.
Well,
I had a good time with that one.
I finally see the schedule now. So yeah, there's a fucking chili cook-off too.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh man.
Fuck yeah!
So yeah, I'm gonna hit up like a lot of these things. There's like there's a lot that I was wondering where the schedule was. And now I see it. Because there's like a lot. There's some other places I like to go to as well. Not just in San Francisco because it's the whole Bay Area. But I try to stay to places that are near BART so I can just not drive. So I'll take BART and either walk or grab an Uber, black of course.
No, walking's fine. We don't walk very far.
No,
we usually stop somewhere. We walk like maybe I think the farthest we walked was in the dog patch from like that place you really like to Tad.
Yeah,
that's like 2 blocks.
Yeah, I mean there's a place in Berkeley I like to go to because they usually have like this release of like this crazy strong beer and it's really good. It's an IPA. And there's Jupiter Pizza that's right there too, which is always fun to go to.
Yeah, apparently Jupiter Pizza is like one of the best in the Bay Area. Apparently,
yeah, it's cool.
Wow.
And they're only open till like 4.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, super weird.
The wild thing to me is like the schedule will have you wanting to be in 4 different places at one time sometimes.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
not sometimes, all the
how,
time.
How do I get to North Oakland and the dog patch at the same time to do both of these events and then go to San Jose? It's impossible. But what's wild is like Kronos and crew, they'll hit up most of the stuff, like the cool, like it's the highlights, but it's most of the good shit. You know what I mean? And it's scheduled. Like, oh, I'm gonna be on BART, going to Berkeley. I'm gonna be on BART, headed to Daly City. Like it's all mapped out. Even if you're following along and you're miles away, you're like, oh, he was just in Hayward. How the fuck did he get all the way over to fucking the marina already?
Around, man.
Yeah, man.
Like to be honest, he is on the schedule. Like I've been with him, and he's like, hey, we might want to like kind of plan our exit. I'm like, all right, the next train at this time, we should probably leave at this time. So we'll finish up here. I'm like, all right, I'm already done. I already finished my food. I already tasted what I want to taste it whenever you're ready. And then boom, we hit. We either bark over or we walk over to the, like usually he's like, oh, we're going to the BART station. I'm like, all right, cool. It's not this far. It's not that far. And like we walk like a block. And I'm like, well, where's the BART? Oh, here you go. He starts walking downstairs, and like, there's an underground BART station. I'm like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, there's a BART right here. I totally missed this shit. So no, here we go. Train's coming up right now. 2 minutes later, train, and we're on our way to across the fucking bridge or whatever the fuck we're going to the next spot.
But he stays on fucking schedule, even with more drinking.
Oh yeah, I got places to be. 100%. I got beer to drink.
Yeah. He be drinking, and then he like I said, he reminds us like he has a time where he's like, hey, we should start wrapping it up. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, dude, the next event is at this time. Like the next bus or the next Uber, or like if it's too far for us to get to the train station, we will Uber. That's like the deciding factor. If it's too far of a walk, it's more than 2 to 3 blocks, we're gonna Uber. We'll Uber all the way to the next spot, and we'll get there. There'll be a line or whatever, or they'll just start, and we walk right in and on to the next event.
Yeah, and I usually try to schedule in food because food's super important. Obviously, I'm not gonna
100%
because I'm drinking strong beers. Usually they're like 11% or something like that. So I don't want to die during these things. So yeah, I definitely schedule out food and stuff. So.
Yeah, I'm always usually the day he does the most food is usually when I'm there.
Yeah,
It's there because they're usually, especially breweries, will break out like their new dish, new or temporary dish or whatever the fuck. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going to this because they're only doing this for this day and this day only." I'm like, "All right, I'm there."
I forgot that it was like that's Super Bowl weekend. I just saw Alpha Acid, who used to have a beer called Blacker Than Black times Infinity, or Blacker Than Black is Black, but they don't make it anymore. Every time we see them, we talk about it. But they're doing it, but it's in Belmont, so I don't know if I want to go to Belmont for. Maybe I will. I don't know.
I mean, you can BART goes all the way kind of that way. I mean, you'll have to just Uber into Belmont, but other than that,
or I mean, you can BART and then technically BART
Caltrain
meets up with Caltrain, then it's like 2 exits down on Caltrain.
The train stops in Belmont, so
there you go.
I got to see where it is.
Yeah.
Or like what's going on?
It's a wild ride, man. It's a wild ride. It's funny to me because like we literally get up and like meet up around like 10 or 11 and we're there until like it's fucking pitch black.
Yeah, it's night.
It's fucking night. All of a sudden we look at the time and we're like, it's fucking 9:30. So yeah. Because he'll like, I need to get in. I've been drinking all day. I got to get up and do it all over again.
And it's usually more than that. Usually it's like I got to get up and do jiu-jitsu and then shower and then come out and do
and then come back, but go back at it. It's hella funny.
It's all fucking day. It really is. Man.
It's all day because we're all over the bay. I think but usually it's in the East Bay, the peninsula, and then like the city. Very rarely it's in the South Bay. Even though the South Bay participates, it's not compared to everywhere else.
So look at the schedule. It's
still pretty fun.
A little light. It's lighter than previous years, but it's okay. I was trying to find my favorite ones, like the beer and cookie pairing at Monk's Kettle, and they're still having that.
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah, that shit is.
That was a good one. I was like, damn.
Saturday
it's so funny to me. Yeah, they serve you a beer and a cookie on like this little napkin. It's like, what the fuck?
So some folks like from back east or whatever down south are obviously, of course, familiar with New Orleans style of fucking Mardi Gras and shit. This is Kronos' Mardi Gras, basically. That's that's the closest thing you can describe to it.
Yep.
I guess, kind of. To me, it's like I want to say like Mardi Gras kind of, but it's definitely like it definitely feels like because it's weird because like different events will give you a different feel.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So you'll feel we went to the one restaurant. It's fucking closed now. The one on the what was it? It's on the beach in San Francisco, like kind of downtown. We had seafood there. We had salmon and shit.
Oh yeah, I can't remember what that's called. Yeah.
So we went in there. We're like in backpacks and shit, and everyone there is like in fucking dresses and fucking it was all fucking they're in like suits. I don't want to say jackets, but they definitely the guys were in blazers.
Yeah,
and we're like we stood in the
was it Cliff House or something like that?
Yes, it was Cliff House. Apparently they closed like a couple years ago, but still we were there. We're about to turn around because like this doesn't look right, and the server and the host, he's like, no, come on in. Like, there's not, we are part of the beer. They had like a special menu just for SF Beer Week.
Yep.
Like they had like the pairing and everything. We're tripping out because we did not fit in at all. It was weird because it felt like we were at
more
like
than normal.
Yeah, super weird. But it was super nice. They were super cool about it. They made sure we didn't leave. They made sure we had everything we needed. They made sure like these are the specials for SF Beer Week, and they had their own separate menu for it, and it was a food pairing too. Like we got salmon. We had salmon and like some. I think did we get? We got an appetizer. I think we got calamari, salmon, and like something else, and like obviously beer. And they also had wine. They offered wine, like a wine pairing too. It's fucking crazy. And then we go to like an arcade where there's part of a beer. So it's like a totally different. Like on the same day, we went to like I think San Francisco. The brewing company or whatnot, the one near on the wharf, totally different field. They had couches and shit. It was fucking wild.
Look, there's a charcuterie and beer pairing extravaganza.
There you go. And then we go to your favorite bar, which I don't know why it's super grimy, but we go to Zeitgeist. That place is grimy, but it's fucking but it's cool. So and we do this all in fucking one day. Like we're in like a 5-star restaurant. Then we're at an arcade. Then we're at a fucking brewery. Then we're at a fucking like some dingy ass fucking bar,
It's a
and like
whirlwind.
they're all participating. They're all like part of this whole fucking event. It's so fucking funny. It's like you're going to. It's like you're in an independent movie where they go to different genres in one movie. That's what it feels like. It's fucking great.
Yeah, so if y'all can come out, hit me up, and I'll show you out in the town.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
so
it.
at the end, we'll give you the deets where you can contact the podcast as a whole, and then you can connect with Cronus, and he'll give you the deets on what we're going to be doing. It's going to be fucking fun. Every year it's fun because there's always something. Because it's San Francisco, someone's going to try to do something weird, or there's going to be some kind of weird event. It's going to be great.
It's a traveling fucking party from
Yeah,
event to event.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
The only thing I ask is that you can't get too drunk because I have a very high Uber rating. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Don't puke in don't puke in that Uber
Black.
Black.
No one wants to ride in an Uber ride with puking. That's fucking terrible.
No, fuck that. I wanted to switch gears just a little bit. Motherfucking anime. I've waited to talk at least to Kronos about this. Hopefully, Old Ninja's watching it too. There's a goddamn great new one. It's only 3 episodes in, but the world of the weebs is talking about Solo Leveling. God damn it.
I'm glad you watched it. I was trying to get people to watch. I was like, I'm a lit RPG guy, so I knew this was going to come out. I knew the path that they went down to get this made. So I'm so glad that they didn't pull any punches with I haven't read the books, but I read RPGs in general. And what's cool is that, they went from like the book to the webcomic to the anime. And so because of the, 2 episodes after they made, the anime, one of the main publishers of Lit RPG books, they've licensed I think it's 10 books into web series. So I'm like,
nice.
Because there's this one called Dungeon Crawler Carl, y'all ain't ready for. So
okay.
That's one of the best books ever. Anyways, talk about Solo Leveling. What'd you like about it?
So here's what I loved. It felt like the good old days of Sword Art Online, but so much more violent. You almost see what's going to happen in terms of there's these portals and it's modern times, but basically monsters, demons, whatever the fuck you want to call them, come through the portal, and there's this awakening of people, kind of like with quirks a la My Hero Academia, that make these people essentially hunters of these demons that come through portals. And you have your S rank, your A rank, B rank, C rank. In any event, the protagonist, I forget his name right now, but he is a very, very low level, weak bitch.
He's an E rank.
Yep, E rank little bitch. But he's not super whiny with it, which I appreciate. And long story short, they're in a slight spoilery. They're in a dungeon doing some missions, trying to get some loot and whatnot. He's weak as fuck. He needs a healer just to stay alive, because even low-level goblins are fucking his ass up. They find a second dungeon inside a dungeon, and that's when all fucking hell breaks loose.
Yeah, people get jacked right away. And you're just like, what is happening here? You got people getting bisected, losing legs. It's just dude.
It reminded me of that Ghostbusters shit. When someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. You just need to follow the fucking instructions when you're dealing with some high level shit. And you knew right away, as soon as that second dungeon closed its doors, I was like, oh, here we go. It's fucking go time. You're in for a fucking bad day. You don't even know what you're fucking up against. But I love the fact that they're willing to go there with the violence. People get murked episode 2, a lot.
Oh, the first episode, people get killed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 1 and 2. Every episode, people getting killed. Our protagonist is obviously still alive, and he's gone full MMO upgrade level now. For reasons I'll keep hidden. You should just watch it for yourself. It's only 3 episodes in, but it's just off to a fucking solid ass start.
I will say this is: do not skip mandatory quests.
You should never skip mandatory quests. What the fuck?
Never.
Prodigy, you're fucking known for that shit.
Hey, look, I mean, I have to test the limits, but yeah.
You end up missing out on power-ups.
True, but really fun one. Glad to hear that people are appreciating it. I didn't even know the webcomic side of it, so that's cool.
Huh.
You know. And I have to look up the studio, but it looks is it A1? Is it Trigger? Who is this?
I have no idea. It's not Trigger. I know that.
Okay, it's not Trigger.
Yeah, it doesn't have like the Trigger style to it. I gotta look. Leveling.
Because the art style is pretty fucking gorgeous too.
Oh yeah, the animation is really good. What the hell happened here?
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Stokes.
He's looking it up.
Saying it's not Mappa, is it?
Oh, maybe it is Mappa.
Oh, it is. It's A1. Actually, you were right the
Oh,
first
A1.
time.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, good for them, man. That's a great studio.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. But yeah, this is my definitely my cup of tea, my fucking speed for a new anime. I like it when things get their hooks in you right away. You know what I mean? Like there was no waiting. I was like, I'm on board.
Yeah, like
So.
the first scene, people were getting jacked by ants and eaten by ants. So yeah, by giant ants.
Mm-hmm. And like really fucked up, like dismembered, all the gruesome shit.
Yeah, it was like Terraform Mars, but they didn't censor it.
Hey, did you ever? Because I haven't done it either. If you haven't watched it, but Goblin Slayer season 2, like a few weeks back, we both kind of discovered that it was a thing.
Yeah.
Did you
So
go back to it?
I'm like 3 or 4 in. So
Okay.
they got this really kind of shitty magician character who I just want to punch in the face. So yeah, but he's like, they're showing him the way. Yeah, it's still good. People are still getting jacked by goblins. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna try checking that one out. But yeah, that's been it for me. Although I will say, I know Olden's gonna roll his eyes, but in terms of One Piece, the cool thing that they're doing is you can watch the latest arc on fucking Netflix. Like even though they've skipped like most of the New World, you can watch the latest one simultaneously, just like you can on Crunchyroll on Netflix. And so I thought that was kind of like, oh shit, why would the fucking skip so many fucking arcs? But I'm fine with watching the fucking new one, which is nice. So
speaking of Netflix, this is a good segue because I don't know if y'all knew this, but Netflix is going to start doing live TV with the WWE. Yeah.
On the end of the month, on the 26th of November, they're going to stream Raw. WWE Raw
Yeah,
will
Monday
be.
Night Raw. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be exclusive on Netflix.
With the wrestling?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, honestly, wrestling is a really big, franchise.
Oh,
so,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really been into it. I'm only into it when it was like, the characters go outside of wrestling. They're featured on like commercials and shit, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And I jump in, like I didn't know who Steve Austin was, and I went in just want to discover who The Rock was. So I guess it just depends.
I used to be a huge wrestling fan. I still know like most of them. I don't know most of the new ones, but the thing about wrestling is that there's always a constant generation, like a rolling generation that just like if you're in that age group and you're a dude, even like a lot of girls, like they're like diehard fans of this shit. So like, you're never gonna see like a huge drop off with wrestling, unless they're like, especially there's different companies now, but WWF/E is they've been crushing it for a long time now. So them going to Netflix is going to be potentially really big. So
I wasn't as much as a kid. Obviously, I like Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan doing their thing and Andre the Giant a little bit, but I didn't watch it regularly.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite era was like the Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Stone Cold Steve Austin,
the Attitude
circa
Era.
98, 99, 2000, 01, whatever. And then John Cena coming in with the You Can't See Me. That shit was fun as fuck, man. Like,
yeah, that's when I came back to it. That shit was wild.
That shit was wild, man. So
the Attitude Era was the best era. Like, the Attitude Era was the best era in like most people's opinion.
Yeah, I think a lot of people love that era. I mean, because of that era gave us a bunch of stars. Like they moved outside of wrestling and became huge on their own. Like look at John Cena. He's in some of the biggest franchises there is, and obviously The Rock. The Rock is a huge, huge fucking star. We had Steve Austin. Even though he was a huge star in wrestling, he didn't really like I mean, he's in a couple of movies, but he's not really like as huge. But everyone still recognizes him. I mean,
He did some reality TV.
Yeah.
Like he hosted some reality
yeah,
TV.
but
Broken
like,
Skull something.
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, as a, I guess a sports entertainer, he has his hands in a bunch of shit. Like he has his own like brewery. Like he
Mhm.
makes wine and beer.
Yep.
You know, and he has it across the nation. So, I mean, he's doing his thing. It's not like he's not like doing nothing. He's still doing some stuff. But as far as like, I know he was in the remake to The Longest Yard. He was in that, and he's in a couple other movies. But like, The Rock's in almost like everything. He's in like hella shit.
Well, and
it's
don't
like-
forget, obviously R.I.P. to her, but like China, you
Yeah.
know, I mean, she was fucking huge for the ladies.
Yeah, it's just weird to
Triple
me
H.
because before she passed, China was doing pornography.
She was? Shut the fuck up!
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
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 Oh yeah, she's got like a few movies under her belt. So
Holy shit! I didn't know that. Okay.
So
yeah, a lot of them are kind of wrestling based, but they're still her having sex and using multiple partners. So
WWE got bought by TKO, who also owns Zuffa, who's the UFC. So they're under the same umbrella now. So that's like,
oh
I
shit,
think that's like one of their first big moves was getting the Netflix deal. I mean that's going to be gigantic for both companies.
Yeah, for sure,
Mm.
for sure. That'll be fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
said that starts next week, or
The
the
25th.
26th. Yeah, so
tomorrow.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
yeah,
So it's gonna be huge. It's been all over. Those are the two big things I've been seeing: Palworld and like Netflix WWE Raw. Those are the two biggest things I've been seeing recently. So it's been obviously the Super Bowl.
Well, it's not going to be tomorrow.
it's not
Sorry,
food.
it's going to be a couple of days from now. I think it's next Monday.
okay.
Is it next month? I could have sworn it said the 26th, but that's fine. Either way, it's still soon.
I mean,
so.
it's Monday, not Raw. So I mean, the 26th
Yeah,
is
about
Friday.
yeah, 26th is Friday. Yeah.
Kronos, what night is Monday Night Raw happening? I
Yeah.
need to know. What night?
People would be pretty pissed if it wasn't. Wow, it was a $5 billion deal.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
All kinds of money.
Big money. Big money. I mean, look, you know, the wrestling fans go hard. They show up. They get the merchandise. They do it all. So, you know, I'm not mad at any of it. And I think you're absolutely right. If you're in that sweet spot of the right age where one of your friends is into it, and you're like 14, 18, 19, 20, whatever it is,
25.
You're gonna watch. Yes.
Yeah, it's just weird. The Attitude Era, I think, had some of the big stars come out of there. Or at least 3 big stars, I think, come out. And even so, it's weird to me that the Undertaker was still wrestling.
Oh, for sure. He was 50 years old back then.
Yeah, but he retired, and apparently he's coming back. Apparently he's coming back to wrestling. So
You ain't never
it is
stopped.
what it is. Yeah, I mean, he's a big dude, so it's pretty cool.
It's got 7 fucking feet tall and shit, wearing all black. The fucking music.
Yeah, the thing was, that crowd goes fucking insane when the music hits. Insane.
That's the thing I do regret, though. I never went to the live show, and those motherfuckers look like they have a blast.
Yeah, I went to WrestleMania 2000. It was amazing.
Oh shit, that must have been, wasn't it? Oh, that was here in the Bay, wasn't it?
No, I was in. I think it was LA. I was in the Marine Corps at the time. So.
Because there was one.
Anaheim. I think it was Anaheim.
When Levi Stadium, I think it was the first year it was open. One of the WrestleManias was there, and it was fucking insane. Like the Bay Area was taken over. Everyone was in fucking costume. It was fucking crazy. Crazy. You know what? It might have been SummerSlam.
Yeah, it was.
It was SummerSlam.
Yeah,
but it was fucking huge. It was huge.
Arrowhead Pond. Yeah, it was Anaheim is where I went. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The one at Levi was fucking huge. Fuck, dude. That was insane. And it's funny to me because there's been a few at the Shark Tank at
San Jose Arena.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it now. It was Oracle Arena. Now it's something else now.
Why the fuck don't they keep the name? The Shark Tank is the perfect name for that arena. What the fuck?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I also know I saw Eminem there, so there you go.
Way back in the fucking day and shit.
Yeah, it was way back in the day, but it was a good fucking show.
Good shit.
But yeah, that was fucking Attitude Era. I think the Attitude Era is the one that people still talk about nowadays. Like they really don't talk. They talk about kind of the new guys, but like everyone still talks about back then when The Rock was always like, it doesn't matter, interrupting people and fucking like
That shit was
just
the
a
greatest,
huge.
man.
Well,
With the silk,
they went so
the
over the
silk
top.
rayon shirts. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, they went so over the top of like everything. I think one time they actually had titties shown on screen.
Oh yeah,
And I was just
yeah.
like,
Because
what
one
is
of the
happening?
girl. One thing I'm pretty sure it was Lita. She would get up on things, tear her shirt, and titties just
Yep.
come popping out, and like the whole crowd fucking just go wild.
Well,
And she'd be like, "Fuck you!" She'd like flip off the cameras and shit. She didn't give a shit.
and we still
Wow.
have like fucking remnants in terms of like that era, because well, actually no, maybe I'm wrong. When did that interview take place with Vince McMahon where he's fucking crying that I can't
Oh,
get
that
enough?
That was way later.
That was recent.
How,
Yeah,
what?
that was a couple months ago. That was pretty
Okay,
recent.
all right. He still looks pretty
I want to
fucking
say
good
that
for
was
his
in the
old
fall.
age, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's still. I mean, because he gets in the ring sometimes. He's in there fighting sometimes. So, granted, back in the Attitude Era, that's when we had a lot of celebrities. Like I remember Ben Stiller came in there.
Yeah.
He fought, and fucking
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman, yeah.
Dennis Rodman was in there.
And,
Who else? There's a couple other like celebrities roll
Mike
up
Tyson.
in there.
Mike Tyson was up in there doing the
Oh
Generation
shit!
X. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So back then it was fucking wild, dude. Wild shit.
Yeah, shout out to that fucking era, man. Y'all taking me back with that shit.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
And you know what? And I'll dip my toe in. Maybe there's some awesome ass shit and some great characters right now that I'm just not aware of.
Maybe. I remember I've seen this numerous times, but I can't stop forgetting. It's when The Rock meets Booker T.
Oh yeah,
that shit was fucking insane. The amount of disrespect was both hilarious and fucking funny at the same fucking time. Oh my god, that shit was wild.
Yeah, the Rock had some really good one-liners and just dissing people. He was really good at what he did.
Oh yeah,
I mean, even though I like him in quite a few roles that he's done from an acting standpoint, I think being The Rock for WWE was my favorite fucking shit he ever did.
Oh yeah. Talking about Poontang Pie and shit. I was just like, he had me rolling.
Fucking jabroni.
Yeah, jabroni. I remember people were calling each other jabroni. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Where'd you get that from? And then I started watching The Rock. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I get it.
I remember watching Jabroni, like the guy, the actual person. He was like, he was in a tag team with fucking Bret Hart. Well, not Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Not Bret Hart. It was the other guy. The guy did a super kick. Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And then there was that era where you would have the highly gelled up, highly sweaty ass, long fucking headbanger hair, no shirt, and the spandex, and then you looked like a fucking wrestler as long as you were kind of semi jacked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The only new wrestler I really know, because she can put me in the Amazon position, is Rhea Ripley. The only chick I'd let put me in the Amazon position, Rhea Ripley. Because apparently she wasn't working out as like the bubblegum blonde shit. And when she went full heel with black hair, black lipstick, that's when she like skyrocketed.
There's this, and I'm not gonna butcher her name, but there's a Japanese wrestler that seems to have all the fucking like anime energy. I'll have to look up her fucking name, but she seems cool enough for me to fucking give it a shot.
Is she the one that does like the mid-air spin?
Yeah, she seems really fucking acrobatic with it.
Yeah, I think she like transferred like leagues or whatever. I think I know what you're talking about. She's like super crazy.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Marty Jannetty. God damn it, I had the wrong name. Marty Jannetty was Shawn Michaels' first tag team partner.
God damn, yeah. That was a fucking era, man. Y'all took me back with that shit.
Yeah.
So I want to kind of take the wheel a little bit, talk about some stuff. So we talked about this briefly last week. We didn't get your input on this, Prodigy. I know you've seen it, or at least you should have seen it. Is Rebel Moon. Prost and I talked about it. Yeah. We want to get your feel on this.
So I did see it. I didn't actually. So let me back up. I saw it around Christmas time. I think when it dropped. I
Yeah, I
I think
think
think.
a
so.
week
Yeah.
after, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I didn't love it. I didn't love it at all. Uh, it felt like I was missing shit in terms
See,
of
yeah, I'm not the only one.
it felt like the world like they didn't explain some stuff. Like it literally felt like there were scenes missing. And I know that there's supposed to be a longer version or something like that. I
R
did
rated.
I
Yeah.
did like I wanted to see more, but I liked what they did with Ray Fisher, and I liked that lead Bella Sophia, what the lead girl. She was kind
Mummy.
of huh?
She's the mummy. She was in the Tom Cruise's The Mummy.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
nobody watch
It was
that.
kind of cool. It was
I
kind of
did
cool
watch it.
to see her again because I hadn't seen her in quite a while. But the stuff with the robots and the Nazis, it just kind of it felt a little jumbled to be honest. It wasn't very tight and it seemed a little predictable. I mean, I would say it was like it wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it wasn't great either. Like 5, 6 out of 10. I didn't love it. I just didn't. But I know there's a second part to it. I'm not going to rush to see the second part. But yeah, I think it was mostly a miss
Bro, I
in
was
a
like,
lot of ways.
how you gonna have tentacles and then like not even explain like why there was tentacles? Like, what's he gonna do with this tentacle monster? Like, obviously there was undertones of like somebody's getting raped or consensual. I don't
Yeah.
know, but they didn't even go there. I was just like, why'd you even have this scene in
I'm
here?
pretty sure it's consensual.
Yeah, but I was just like, why was it even there? Like when,
Well, I did like the fight with the Spider Woman. That was kind of cool.
yeah, but also I didn't like the egregious use of slowing down time. I was just like, you don't need this in
Mm,
every goddamn fight scene. Like, please stop.
there was a lot. There was a
Yeah,
lot. There was a lot of that. Um, I mean, yeah, obviously there. I already knew that there was going to be parallels and similarities with Star Wars, of course. But there were times. Oh, that was the other thing. There was a one sweaty guy in the bar that wanted to rape the dude, or was alluding to buying
yeah,
and raping the dude. And I was
it's
just
so
like,
weird.
I okay, I didn't. Not that they show it, but it was just like, hey, this is
I
strongly
mean,
implied that he wants to do this.
he grabbed his dick like more than once. I'm just like, what is happening here? Like, and everybody's just
Yep,
like, oh yeah, this is normal. Like,
yep,
what?
yep. And then yeah, the main space Nazis motivations were a little all over the place. Like I knew he was bad space Nazi. Why
Sure.
he was bad space Nazi, I don't know. So yeah, I thought this was kind of a miss. And I prior to this, I really liked a lot of what happened in Army of the Dead,
That's
and
what it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the Army of Thieves. Both of those kind of worked for me. I like
Oh,
that
it is called Army
franchise.
of Thieves. I thought it's really called something else. There's no way it's called Army of Thieves, but yeah,
No,
it
it's
is
Army of
called
Thieves.
Army
Yeah,
of Thieves.
it's
Yeah, I've
basically a
seen it.
prequel. Yeah, it was a
Yeah, it
prequel.
is the prequel, and there's actually at the end it actually shows the beginning of the Army of the Dead.
Yeah,
So
those I dug. Those felt fun and had some heart to them, and some spirit. I think I've seen Army of the Dead like 2 or 3 times. Like it was
oh,
really rewatchable.
that's a long movie. God dang.
Yeah, but like in fact, other than like obviously him playing Drax, but we're talking about another wrestler. But Dave Batista, or no, he did wrestling, right? Am
Yeah,
I
yeah,
tripping?
Yeah, he's a
Okay,
yeah.
wrestler.
yeah. Uh, Besides his stuff with Guardians, I've liked him in Army of the Dead more than anything
Oh,
else.
he's a fantastic actor. He was really good in one of the 007 movies too. He's
Mm.
done a few other movies as well. Like I actually met him in Iraq once, like a long
Oh
time
wow.
ago.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
got to shake his
Oh,
hand and everything.
he
Wait,
was
did
good in
you
Blade
guys?
Runner.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
the
Oh,
only good thing in
part
Blade
two.
Runner.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Wait, have you guys not seen A Knock at the Cabin?
No,
Nope, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, that's actually pretty decent. He's in that too. He's actually pretty good in that movie. Like he's definitely like an unbecoming guy because they make assumptions about what he looks like because he's like big with hella tats because he wears a small shirt, but he like talks like he's a professor and he's
Mhm.
like pleading these people to like do these things and like It's pretty. I've never read the book. The movie was definitely interesting. I'm
He's
pretty sure it's on Netflix now.
he's also, just real quick shout out. He's fucking fantastic in Knives Out too.
Oh yeah, Glass Onion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
yeah.
weekend. I mean that one was a fucking 10 out of 10 for me. Shout out to Janelle Monáe, like she just knocked it out of the park
Oh, she
too.
was good in that. Yeah, and it was
So
weird because I thought that I assumed that she was only going to be a certain way, and that was not the case
yeah,
with
that was
her.
great.
That was
Yeah,
really good.
but yeah, back to Dave Batista. Yeah, he can really bring it, and he's good and stuff. But yeah, Rebel Moon just didn't quite. It felt like shit was missing, and I don't. I didn't quite get on board. You know, it just.
Yeah, for me, I felt
Yeah,
the same way. It was like it was so jumbled. I was like, first of all, like it was like a heist movie all of a sudden, and I was like, all these people are like, son of a bitch, I'm in, but like for why? Like
yeah,
I was like, where are your backstories? Like none of you new people in the story have backstories. Like what is happening here? Why are you just accepting that this totally random stranger asks you to do something? You're gonna go do it for some
yeah.
reason.
Oh, some people were way too trusting. Like I can understand some of the farmers being a little bit trusting. Maybe they're just backwoods and naive. Maybe, but everybody was super trusting, and I was like,
Yeah.
huh? You know. So yeah,
I get it. I mean, we talked about it last year. I don't want to go too deep in the links because I already said what I said
yeah,
last week. Like I
yeah.
said, it was definitely not his best work, and I also said the same thing. I thought Army of the Dead was much better. I mean, I was more invested, even though I kind of like Rebel Moon because I understand this was like his opus to Star Wars because it was based off of kind of like a loosely scripted or of Star Wars. It was basically the precursor to The Force Awakens, like an early draft, and he took it and ran with it. But then Chronoslot talks about this didn't feel like it was rated R. Then we find out a rated R version is coming out this summer. Like,
Yeah.
why not just release
'Cause
your R-rated version? Like, especially if you're Zack Snyder, as what happened at WB, you should already be like, hey, I'm gonna do this, and I want you to release it the way I want my product to be. Stop fucking editing my shit and then re-releasing it. I mean, I guess maybe that's the hype behind him, and they are jumping on that.
No,
I don't know.
he has negative hype for me when it comes to that. Like,
Not for me. I mean,
please stop doing this. Like, and I don't like the excuse of blaming it on the studio either. It's like, no, you can hire some good editors and like actually write a movie that is not 45,000 fucking hours long. Like, make it into 2.5 hours or less. Don't like write the script as in like a 3 or 4 hour fucking movie, like a normal person. You know, that's what he's doing every single time he does this, and it's just like it's so annoying.
Well,
yeah, I'm not.
I will
I'm
say
not
that
in those circles, so I can't say for certain. But
I
still,
I
I get it.
did. I was on that fence, but I loved his version of the Justice League, and I know that was like 4 hours long, but
Hmm.
that was incredible to me. But there's times when it doesn't work for every single movie for it to be fucking long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
look at Army of the Dead. There's no
but
Snyder version of it. It came out, it was rated R, and it
yeah,
was great. Same
two
thing
and a
with
half
Army
hours.
of Thieves.
2.5 hours, and that's some movies are fine. I'm not like a set person who says it has to be 98 minutes or 130 minutes, whatever. It's going to be as long as it's going to be, but it has to be cohesive. I look at, obviously it was 20 years ago, but Kill Bill 1 and 2 were both great standalone movies, and neither one of them was short at all,
Yeah.
but they all fit together, and they made you, after watching the first one, you want to see the second one.
Oh
That's the
yeah.
point.
I mean, the reason why I'm looking for the second one to this, which is out in April, is because I'm hoping that there's going to be more to the story that kind of goes back and fills in the dots and then gives me a good conclusion. I mean, I thought it was okay, but like I said, I've said it before. I said it all last week. It's not his best work by
Yeah,
far.
the okay is I guess the best you could use for me to describe it. And again, the trailers, I remember months ago, maybe in the fall, the trailers were dropping, and I was like, this looks fucking fun. This looks kind of cool and shit, new and different. So I was kind of hyped, cautiously hyped for it. And it just kind of fizzled and didn't fucking satisfy all that much. Yeah, I wasn't like rah team
Team
Rebel Moon.
Snyder.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's been hit and miss. I liked Justice League. I liked Army of the Dead. I liked Army of Thieves, although I think he executive produced Army of Thieves.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think he direct. I think I mentioned that too. I think he didn't direct it.
yeah,
So,
but
so
I'd watch anything in that Army of Thieves or Army verse or whatever. Um, if he wants to do a sequel to Army of the Dead, I'm there, like day one. But
mhm.
yeah, this one didn't quite satisfy for me. I if the sequel helps and I hear incredible buzz, I might dip my toe back in. Other than that, I may forget about it. You know what I
Oh
mean?
wow. Okay.
You know.
I'm looking forward to like seeing it, but I'm like Cronus was saying about the other film. Like I'm not gonna rush to see it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I have to get home and watch this. Like when it drops at midnight or 9 o'clock, whatever. No, I'm gonna wait probably a few days or a week, see what other people think. I'm probably gonna watch it eventually, but I'm not rushing to see it. I tend to give Zack Snyder the benefit of the doubt, but I'm definitely not ones that are like, everyone hates on him and the studio's against him. There's always this conspiracy. No, he makes what it makes. It is what it is. Like I told Cronus last week, one of my movies that I love about him has a really shitty ending, but I saw it. I saw it with you. I saw it twice the weekend it came out, which was fucking Sucker Punch.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
it's a fun ass movie, but the end is stupid and like
Mm-hmm.
it's like fucking it's kind of dumb, but like watching each scene, like he gave us steampunk zombies. Who the fuck else would give us that except for him? Like it was great, but
Um,
it's not a perfect movie, by far.
can we? I know there's always more shit, and but I'm getting a little tired. Could we wrap? Unless y'all want to go into.
Yeah, no, we can. That's fine.
Wait, one last thing. Indiana Jones. I know y'all saw it. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. What did y'all think of this trailer?
Honestly, it looked really good. It looked really fun with like the whip. I was like, damn, all
Yeah.
right, let's go. Like I'm more hyped for that game than I was for the last two movies.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm cautiously optimistic. To me, the bar is Uncharted, probably Uncharted 4 in terms of that's what I want that adventure-y Indiana Jones like game to play like and feel like. If it feels somewhere on the level of Uncharted 4 or 3 or 2, those great Uncharted games, then I'm all on board with it. But I think what's hurt the franchise or the IP has been the most recent movies being fucking bombs and flops and hated on and all of that. I think that as a whole, my kids' generation does not give a single solitary ever loving fuck about Indiana Jones. I think it's only old fucks like us that are nostalgic for the movies in the 80s, the first three, that, you know, there's nostalgia and love for. So they got an uphill battle from an IP standpoint to really combat. It's not impossible, but it's gotta feel Uncharted-y.
I kind of disagree. Like, I get the whole adventure thing, but I feel like there needs to be something new and different, separated from Uncharted, because Uncharted is a third person game. This game is first person,
Hmm.
and I need this to feel like adventure fun and give me something to talk about. Like when I'm like getting through this, to like be like, oh, this feels like a new but yet old setting adventure type first person game. I mean, it's not Call of Duty. I mean, we are gonna probably use guns and shit, but he's using his whip to probably solve uh, puzzles as well as defeat enemies. So I need it to feel like better than the movies or the last two movies at least.
All I know is Indy better be punching some Nazis.
I mean, when does he not? That's his thing. He loves doing it.
Better punch Nazis. All right,
I mean, he punches someone in the very first part of the trailer. So
Dude, this
but
is
it's got to be
gonna Hold on, sorry. One of my favorite places for SF Beer Week is closed permanently.
Oh,
What?
Remember Magnolia?
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Fucking shit.
Damn.
All right, old ninja. What you got populating this week? God damn it.
So I got people like B-Boy uh, baiting me or goading me to try to get this Palworld. So who knows? I'm not saying that I am. I'm definitely interested, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna fucking pull the trigger on this fucking game. But I'm definitely playing more zombies. I said I was going to switch it out last week. I totally forgot because we actually played with like the three of us from the podcast were on there getting some work done. I didn't get a chance to switch it out. Hopefully I will this weekend. Hopefully we can swat up again. I know Stitch is dealing with some shit right now. Hopefully he gets through that, comes out in one piece, and then we're able to shoot some fucking undead zombies. I've been playing some Monster Hunter World. So those of you who know, who listen to the podcast that like really fuss with us, holla at your boy. Let's kill some monsters. I'm trying to get back in it. If you are playing Rise on Xbox, maybe I will, but probably not. I mean, the game is not World to me. I think you need to play with other people in order for it to be really fun. But we'll see. And Prodigy's been fucking go to me also about Resident Evil 4.
Yep, yep.
So I need to. I've had the game since like it came out. It's literally right over there. Like I think I took the cellophane off of it, and that's probably all I've done so far. So I need to install that game and actually play it because Resident Evil 2 is on Game Pass. I already beat that game, so.
Resident Evil 4 remake it didn't win all the time, but it got nominated for Game of the Year for a lot of places.
Over Jedi Survivor, and I was stuck on Jedi Survivor, like super tough. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I haven't bought a new game in a while. We'll probably talk about it. We talked about it a little bit last week. Probably talk about more as it gets closer. But we're getting close to Suicide Squad launch, so we'll probably go into it more next week. I'm kind of cautiously optimistic, but yeah. I have had a slight ear infection, so I'm probably gonna take it like a little easy and like reduce some activity. But yeah, I'm gonna be gaming pretty much this whole weekend. Yes.
So take your fucking antibiotics, the whole bottle, motherfucker. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to take it easy. The entire bottle.
No, they didn't give me antibiotics. So
what?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, sir, they didn't give me. They did. They ear raped me.
At your age, you need an antibiotic if you have an ear infection, man. At any age, especially when you're getting older.
Yeah, no, they gave me some over the counter shit. I'm like, all right. Whatever.
Okay, they want you to die. Why don't you go back to a good doctor and actually get antibiotics?
Yeah.
No, they ear raped. I got an ear cleaning, so like they fucking did an enema on my ears.
They
both
did that to me too, but that's water in your ear is not going to fix an ear infection. So
infections don't get. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna leave it all.
Yeah, you'll find out.
Yeah.
So.
You're gonna end up being one of them zombies on.
Right. All right. Yeah.
Kronos, what you got?
Just counting down the days to SF Beer Week, and now that I'm seeing some of the breweries that I like are closed forever, that's kind of sad, but it's okay. I'll still get to the dog patch sometime. There's other breweries there. Just working and gaming and doing some upgrades to the house. I had my garbage disposal go out again, like not again, but like for the first time at this new place. So I got it replaced today. Luckily, I've done it before. It's actually super easy to do.
Nice.
So incinerators have the same form factor they have since 100 years. So should do worse. Yeah, like for real.
God dang. Have they been around for 100 years?
They've been around for a while. Yeah,
they have been, but 100 years, god dang.
So that's all I got. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys while I'm up there.
Oh yeah,
good shit. For me, I'm just trying to make it through this week. Last week I was not able to attend because I had to literally buy a brand new big water heater. Not the small one, a big fucking water heater.
Yeah, big house, man.
Yeah, that shit was unexpectedly fucked up. So homes, when you buy a home, it's all on you. And so you need to have that cash on hand.
Well,
but
if you can get a home warranty, but those only last for so long. So if you can, extend it so that way you don't come into pocket.
There you go. Other than that, I finished Act 3 on zombies, but still fucking hungry for more. I don't know. I just love that game. I'm still waiting for season 2 to drop in a few more days, and I need to clean up some old fucking games, like finally play Marvel Spider-Man 2. So maybe I'll dip my fucking toe into that shit.
What the fuck? You haven't played it? I thought you beat that already.
No, so my kid played it first, and now I need to fucking try it. Other than that, that is pretty much fucking it. Take us out, old ninja.
All right. You just experienced Black and Black times Infinity, the
Infinity.
dankest podcast on the internet. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with Be the BTI. That's BTHANBTI. Anywhere and everywhere you consume your podcast. Just know that every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific-ish, we go live on YouTube. Just look for us on YouTube, Be the BTI, or Black and Black times Infinity. Spell the whole thing out. You'll find us. Check out our official website, benheadproductions.com/BeTheMBTI, and then you can email us at BeTheMBTI@gmail.com in case you got questions or we made an error, which we probably do every cast. Or if you want to join the Discord, you can email us at BeTheMBTI and then let us know you want to join. We'll potentially get you.
No dick pics.
When in doubt, do a barrel roll.
Succeeded in penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space. Yet many questions remain unanswered.